Hey Libra, welcome to Dark Eve Tarot. This is Eve, and we're gonna get you a dark water shadow message. We're gonna look at just what shadow aspect is kind of hiding in this dark trench and what might be blocking you from reaching it. And we're gonna look at how it manifests in your life. And we'll just see what you can do about it. All right. All right, so the first card here is the shadow. Okay, so we have Five of Swords, and this is kind of telling me, Libra, that there is a deep, dark part of you that I feel like you don't want to acknowledge, or you don't want to even just touch, because it's a little bit cruel. It's a little bit cruel. And I don't know if this is like just, having cruel thoughts about other people or cruel thoughts about yourself. But if you see on the card here, this Five of Swords, it's like this, this figure here, it's like they've trapped a butterfly. So it's it can be like a controlling type thing. It's like if, like maybe if you don't get your way, then you could possibly go to extremes to control the situation. Or, or it could be just for your entertainment, you know what I mean? Like manipulating things, controlling other people's environments so that you can just see what happens, you know what I mean? And, this, it makes sense that this is so deep down because it's not something people are generally proud of. But sometimes we do it, um okay, so this card here is what it's kind of like what's blocking you from reaching this shadow part of you, from accessing it. It's blocking your access. It's like what's making you not want to see it. So we have the Fool here, and I'm actually taking this as a literal fool. It's almost like you don't. It's like you don't want to be. Well, you don't want to be seen as a fool, right? So. There's no way this could be a part of you. It's kind of like a reasoning. It feels like a reasoning that happens within you, like, oh, there's no way. There's no way I do this. There's no way any of this is within me because I'm not a fool. I'm on the up and up. Look, like even it's like her head is way up high, her nose is in the air. It's like I don't know, it's like a weird form of kind of snobbery where I don't know, like was it Scorpio? I think Scorpio had like some kind of intellectual snobbery pop up in one of the readings, but it's kind of like I'm too good for this. I'm so much better than this. There's no way anyone's gonna ever accuse me of being like that. Even though there is a part of you that has some tendencies, or you know what I mean? But so you bury it. You bury it so you don't have to see that within you, see that part of you, because it's not something to be proud of. It's not something that is your best. It's not your best foot forward. You know what I mean? Because you've got this, the Fool. You've got them about to step off a ledge, and it's almost like this person is stepping, like if they stepped off this ledge and fell straight down into that dark water and found that trench, this would be sitting there waiting for them. All right, so here we're going to look at how this would manifest in your life. Okay, so we have Strength here. And I'm just getting like, I'm a badass. Oh, wow. Okay, Libra. You're a little tricky. So that's that's kind of funny. So we have the strength card here, and look at the way look at the way she's just look at the way she's looking at us. It's like I'm a badass. Look, I can even touch lions, and this lion doesn't even give a shit because I'm a badass. And it's like and remember, this is how it manifests in your life. So there are times when I think it's like the way, I don't know if it's the way you view or the way you have experienced badassery, but it's like a drug or something. You know what I mean? It's like once you get a taste of being like perceived or being that badass, you want more. You're like, oh man, how many other ways can I be a badass? And then every once in a while, like this comes through. You know, this comes through as part of your badassery, and it's kind of like a like a little bit more toxic form of it. That's interesting. Okay, so here, what is this card? This is this integration? Yeah. So this card here, this placement is how it will help you to integrate this part of your shadow. So how will it help you? Page of Swords. All right, so we have the Page of Swords here, and what is she doing in this card? She has a book out here, so this definitely has something to do with some kind of knowledge or enrichment. And she's holding this sword and she's looking up at this bright light here. It's this bright light is kind of like an epiphany. It's like if you are willing to really go down deep and dark and find some of the less pleasant parts of you and just integrate them in. You know what I mean? Not ignore them, not not bury them. Then you will come to there will be some kind of like aha moment or epiphany for you, and I want to say that it's going Libra, I want to say it's going to be something related to figuring out why it's even there. It's like you spend all this effort to bury it, to ignore it, to neglect it. And if you just took a bit of time and acknowledged it, then you're going to figure out why it was even there in the first place. Cuz I mean, our shadows are there to help us. They're not necessarily there to hurt others or to hurt us, but it's a part of us that exists. It's like, and just knowing, it's kind of like that G.I. Joe thing, like knowing is half the battle. That's what this Page of Swords is. It's like, once you know that it's a part of you, you can heal what needs to be healed. You can let go of the part that needs to be let go, you know? All right, so here, what is this placement here? This is I took a few days off and now I'm forgetting which placements are which. Let me look at my notes. Oh, this is the next right action. Okay, so your next right action is Knight of Cups. Oh, okay. So this is sailing the stormy seas here. So we have Knight of Cups, and this guy's a professional. Okay, he knows his way around the boat. He has a feeling he has this feeling where he can almost like predict the waves. He knows exactly what's going to happen. He knows exactly when to adjust the sail. He knows how to maneuver his boat. And your next right action has something to do with maneuvering your emotions. So, and what does that mean? It means pay attention to how you feel about things. You know what I mean? It's not just thoughts. It's not just and like there's more than one emotion besides just badassery, right? You know what I mean? It's navigating those. It's learning to navigate some of those stormy emotions, but in like a more emotionally intelligent way. So really, that's your next step. Now I want to get. I was gonna use my Night of the Living Dead cards to get you some advice, but it just does not seem appropriate here. So we're gonna skip that, and I'm just gonna get an animal spirit card for you. Some kind of advice on how to do this emotionally intelligent, navigation of your little stormy seas there. You know what I mean? And just for the fact that it is the knight and not like the page, it just tells me that you can do it. You've got that ability within you. It may be a little bit more dormant than you were aware of, but you've got it in you. You totally do. All right. Advice for Libra to navigate their own stormy seas within. You two want to come out. Oh, nice. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. You have, out of all the animals in that deck, you have 2 water animals. Perfect. I could not have planned that better. Okay, so we have Electric Eel Spirit, and it says bring your ideas to life. And one thing about, Electric Eel is that it's like, first of all, this card, like, bring your ideas to life, and and look at all of the swirls. Just all the swirls. And the Electric Eel is, at home navigating these swirls, but it's the other thing is the electric part of it, right? It's like electric. It reminds me of this here. It's like this epiphany moment where as soon as this whatever this realization is made by you, it's like it electrifies you. You're like, holy crap. It's going to open all new avenues for you, like a different, they're not just different, but they're new. You know what I mean? And here we have the whale spirit. I love whale spirit. It says, trust the great mystery. Now, deep in the waters, deep dark waters, very mysterious place, right? It's like the 2 most mysterious places I can think of are in the deep, deep, dark waters, because that's the unknown, right? You don't know what's in there. And then also, like, just deep, deep outer space, like in the cosmos. It's like, man, what's out there, right? So it's like Spirit is asking you to trust the great mystery of yourself, because there is that whole, so within, as without, so within, that as above, so below, that kind of thing. And it's that microcosm, macrocosm. It's like the great mystery is in you, Libra. It's like you're being asked to kind of Scooby-Doo yourself here. All right, Libra, this was a really cool reading. I liked it. I especially like how the animal, the water animals came out for you. That's really cool. All right, so Libra, this is your message, and hopefully it helped you somehow. If it doesn't resonate at all, don't force it to fit. And I'll see you later. Bye, Libra.